Today, neuroscience and psychology will reveal what really happens inside your brain when you become addicted to toxic relationships. And perhaps by understanding this, you will realize that breaking free is not a matter of willpower, but of neurochemistry. Toxic relationships don't always start with chaos. Sometimes everything seems perfect. There is an intense, almost predestined chemistry. Your heart races, your thoughts speed up, and your whole body vibrates with energy. This is the effect of dopamine, the neurotransmitter linked to pleasure and anticipation. It creates the feeling of euphoria that the brain associates with love. But here's the thing, when that pleasure is mixed with pain, a powerful and dangerous cycle is born. The same brain circuitry that drives addictions to gambling, social media, or substances begins to be activated. Only this time, the drug is another person. Inside your brain, this type of relationship activates a mechanism known as intermittent reward, the same one studied in contexts of behavioral addiction. Moments of affection, an unexpected message, a compliment, an apology, release dopamine, producing pleasure. Soon after, periods of rejection, silence, or conflict follow, which raise cortisol, the stress hormone. This contrast creates an addictive loop. The brain begins to seek the next peak of relief. And since it never knows when it will come, the desire becomes even stronger. This pattern of unpredictability reinforces the bond. That's why sometimes you feel more attached to those who cause you pain than to those who offer you a stability. The brain, confused, begins to associate pain with love, intensity with intimacy. Over time, the reward system adapts. Dopamine receptors become desensitized, meaning they need increasingly stronger stimuli to generate the same pleasure. The result? You start seeking drama, not connection. And when you try to walk away, your body goes into emotional withdrawal, anxiety, sadness, even physical symptoms. This isn't weakness, it's neurochemistry. Your brain is detoxing from someone who has become its main source of dopamine. In psychology, this pattern is called traumatic bonding, a connection reinforced by cycles of pain and reward. Each reconciliation releases dopamine and oxytocin, the bonding hormone, engraving the feeling of relief as if it were true love. Over time, these neural pathways strengthen, and the brain begins to interpret permanence, even in suffering, as a form of security. That's why logic doesn't work. You may know rationally that something is bad for you, but emotionally, your brain has learned that chaos is predictable and therefore safe. It's not about a lack of self-love, but rather emotional conditioning. And the longer the cycle repeats itself, the more automatic it becomes. But here's the good news. The same brain that learned the addiction can unlearn it. Healing doesn't start by blocking someone. It starts by reprogramming your perception. The first step is to recognize the chemical pattern. Every time you resist the urge to send a message or revisit memories, you are training your brain to interrupt the dopaminergic cycle. Gradually, it learns a new association. Peace equals safety. Calm equals love. Studies show that emotional consistency and stable relationships release serotonin and oxytocin, neurotransmitters linked to trust and lasting well-being. Over time, the brain begins to crave stability rather than intensity, and dopamine naturally returns to balance. You are not broken. Your brain has been programmed to survive, not to suffer. But with awareness and repetition, it is possible to reprogram it. So the next time you feel like texting that person who keeps you stuck in emotional cycles, take a breath. It's not love calling, it's your brain asking for another dose. And every time you say no, you're not losing anyone. You're reconnecting with yourself. Because true freedom isn't just emotional, it's neurological. If this video made you think, comment below, I choose to love myself. And if this content has added value to your life in any way, help us by leaving your like and subscription so you can show us that we're doing a good job. See you soon.